to Start Select Game. We're a new YouTube channel dedicated to gaming video content. So today, we're going to bring to you an unboxing of Sony's PlayStation 4. So let's get to it.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Omar.
Okay. So, this is the PlayStation 4. See PlayStation 4 on the front. Flip it over to the back. You have some characters. Okay, Homer.
Well, yeah, one of the first things I sort of noticed about the PlayStation 4 box is that it has this nice sort of carrying case. Also, on the sides, it also has sort of what's included. I can't really see it from this angle. It just shows like one console. Oh, it says there's two controllers.
No, there isn't.
Oh no, that's just the number of what it...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the number of what's in it.
Okay, and to make a note, this is the launch console, 500 gigabytes standard. Okay, so open it up. It's like a slip case. Slide it out. Then you have your actual box for the console.
Yep,
and it's basically the same thing if you look at it as the slip case.
You still got, you know, Knack, Edward Kenway, the guy from Watch Dogs, who I don't know the name of. Right.
Okay, let's open it up.
Oh, I heard cardboard cutting, and that is not a good thing.
Here, let me do it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is the box inside. If you want to look at it, here you go. Okay, so first we'll start by showing you all the manuals and things included inside. So first you'll notice it's something about PlayStation Plus, and inside if you open it you have codes for the PlayStation Store and also a trial of Music Unlimited. So that's pretty cool. Now you have your standard manuals and warranty stuff. Okay. So here, just normal startup guide with how to plug it in, HDMI setup, stuff like that. And then you also have like the warranty information and stuff. Okay. So, Homer, you want to show them the DualShock 4 now?
Alright, this is the DualShock 4. I haven't actually had... Well, I did have some hands-on experience with it at Best Buy. So, I guess what you sort of notice is it's a bit wider than the DualShock 3. As you know, you have the sort of indented controller tips. The triggers, they feel a lot nicer, and there's a little groove so that when you're playing, your fingers aren't likely to slip off.
Yeah.
Feels really nice. The touchpad, it has a nice kind of bounce to it when you press on it.
And you can also, it's clickable, so some games you might click on it to do different things.
The D-pad also, sorry, you guys haven't been able to see it. The D-pad is also, it feels nicer and it feels more of better quality. The share button, it's kind of just, it's just like a regular button. It feels clicky. The buttons, these also feel nicer. They spring up. It's nice. PlayStation button, pretty much the same.
Then you also have the light bar, which is actually flashing just now.
It was. I don't know if you saw that.
Here we go.
Comparing it to the DualShock 3, the DualShock 3 feels kind of worse in every way, which is a good thing, as this is the next rendition of it.
It's a lot chunkier. The analog sticks, a lot of the times if you're playing, your fingers will just slide off.
Also, if you notice, the tops of the analog sticks seem sort of significantly smaller. If you look at it, the DualShock 3 is slightly smaller. Triggers, I was mentioned bad.
Yep.
The D-pad also seems kind of a lot worse.
I'm never getting back to that PlayStation 3. No, I'm joking. PlayStation 3 is awesome. There's a lot of great games there if you haven't played it. Play The Last of Us.
Okay, Jesus.
TLC.
If it just feels really nice to hold on your hand, and that controller isn't like really old actually. It's fairly recent. I think you've had it for like what, 3, 4?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Yeah. Still fairly recent. It feels a lot nicer to hold in your hands than the DualShock 3. You have this sort of nice little
the curves and the finish on it, matte finish.
It's this grip at the back. It feels a lot nicer, and it feels like your hands aren't a lot likely to slip. I don't know, like on the DualShock 3, if we're looking at this, I always sort of held the controller like this. I never held it like this, and my hands always sort of slipped off the back. So it's a great improvement over.
And now you can actually shoot with the triggers instead of like L1 and R1. Okay. One last thing, there's a share button on there which will allow you to upload different video footage, and that's pretty cool. So let's move on then. Okay, so now that Omer showed you the DualShock 4, we're going to show you all the cables that are included with it so you can hook it up. So the first thing you'll notice that comes with is some mono earbuds, which has one speaker and one earbud, and you can plug that directly into your DualShock 4 actually now. And you can chat using their new multi-game chat, or you can just use it to listen to game audio.
It also does have a mic.
Yeah, I said that.
You did?
Yeah, I said speaker. What? Oh wait, no.
That's not the same thing as mic.
Okay, moving on. We have a micro USB cable, which is actually different than the one that is used with the DualShock 3, which is mini USB, I think.
I don't know, but this is the DualShock 3's charging cable.
It's pretty similar, still USB, but it's a little thinner.
As you'd expect with micro, it is significantly smaller.
Yeah. Okay. So now the last thing they've included, or not the last thing actually, is the HDMI cable. We're finally at a time where game consoles and everything come with HDMI cables, which is pretty neat. So standard HDMI cable. And now the last thing last cable that this comes with is the power cord, which is standard power cord. There's actually no power brick for this console because the power brick is built into a PS4, which is actually pretty neat. Okay, you all get to main attraction now?
I mean, well, if you want to.
Okay, so now PS4. Well,
let's move the box out of the way first so they can get a better look at this.
Okay, so comes up wrapped in a bunch of stuff. We're gonna take it out of this. So, you see that the PS4 is like parallelogram shaped. It's pretty cool. Has a glossy finish and a more kind of like rubber plastic matte finish, I guess.
It's sort of like a combination between the material used on the slim PS3 and the fat PS3.
Yeah, actually that's a good comparison.
Kind of shiny and sort of...
If you look at the PS4, turn it on its front, you see that there's the power button and the eject button. You also have 2 USB 3.0 outlets, and you have your disk drive right here. Another thing that's really neat about it, if you look in the middle, here it's actually LED light that'll light up depending on what you're doing, or it's basically like the status indicator of the PlayStation 4. Now, if you turn it around to the back, you see that there's HDMI, there's Ethernet, and there's digital audio out. And that's basically it to this console.
It does, if you place it on its flat, it does
wobble.
Yeah. Like it's not,
right here.
It wobbles a bit. So I recommend probably just standing it up.
Wrong way. This way.
Right, well. But I recommend just standing it up like this. It also looks kind of better, takes up less sort of space.
Yeah, but if you have like an entertainment system and everything's flat, just leave it. It's not a big deal. You won't really notice it wobbling.
If you notice, I don't know if you can see, the PlayStation 4, it does have significantly a lot more ventilation, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Towards the back, there's a lot more. In the little, I don't know if you can see in the video, but there's these grooves here,
Yeah.
they have these ventilation shafts there. It's pretty much it. Comparing it to other PlayStation 3s.
Let's compare it to the Slim. Okay. So you see, this is the PS3 Slim. It's actually roughly the same size. You might even be able to argue that the PlayStation 4 is actually a little bit thinner and a little bit smaller, actually, which is insane for a launch console now.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember the PlayStation, the fat one, it was
Gigantic.
probably like twice this size, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, it sort of looks a lot newer as it should.
Yeah.
And a lot more kind of high-tech, kind of
For
classy.
sure.
The sort of PlayStation 4 design kind of reminds me of the first Civilization, Assassin's Creed 3, and the way they sort of look.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what other console do we have here right now?
We do have the PlayStation Super Slim, or anorexic as I like to call it. Apologies to anyone who's offended by that.
So, if you directly compare it, it's around the same height. Yeah.
Though I would
really
say that the PlayStation Super Slim is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, in terms of the actual size and the space it takes up. Slim's gonna take up a little less space, but then again, launch console, third iteration of the PS3. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's roughly the same dimensions. Nothing else to really say about this.
Yeah.
Though, weight-wise, this one...
I don't think weight really matters.
I guess, but...
You go put it on an entertainment system or something like that.
Well, yeah, sometimes you take consoles over to your buddy's house and play games.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You bring controllers.
Whatever.
Or they come to your house.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of this unboxing. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We're going to bring you a lot more PS4 content and probably some other different kind of videos with other consoles too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. Also, we would like to give a big shout out to our friends at Platypus Stallion to let us use a bunch of their equipment to help us make this video possible. Possible, yeah. Okay. So, please visit them. We have a bunch of different gameplay videos there, and we have a lot of fun there. So, if you just like funny gameplay videos, I think you'll enjoy it. So, yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.